Hi, welcome. Mike McMillan here. I'm glad you're here. And what I want to do today is talk about something that very few people do on YouTube. You may have never seen it done before. And it's a lot of fun, and it creates a really neat effect. And I call this composite fading. And the best way to do that is to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? So what I'm going to do is set up a little 20-second clip. I'm going to go in and edit it and show you how to put this together. And I think after I do this that you'll probably like to try this on your own, on one of your own video clips. Okay? Okay, well, what I have here is this is about a 12-second video clip. It's just me talking, doesn't matter what I say. I just want you to watch this. I'll point a couple things out, and then we'll go in and tweak it up and do what I've been talking about in this video so far. So, what we're going to do is let's just listen to this clip.
Okay, well, we've talked about 5 or 6 different methods of getting traffic to your websites, and today we're going to talk about one more technique. And this involves a thing that we call solo ads. Now with solo ads...
Okay, so there's the clip, okay? And what I did originally, I just had one clip. I had the video clip, the MP4 file right here. And as I mentioned before, I'm in Screenflow. You can do this in Camtasia, in Adobe Premiere, you know, any kind of editing software, you'll be able to do this, I'm sure. But I'm in Screenflow. So what I did is I came up here, I clicked on my video clip, and I came to edit, and I went down to detach audio. And what that did is separated my video clip from my audio clip. I wanted them separate to make this work. So that's what I did. Now the key part of this is when I'm talking right here. Now watch my scrubber bar down at the bottom. Right here. From right here, see where it says 7:28, 7 minutes and 28 seconds, over to 7 minutes and 29 seconds. This is only about 1 second right in here. Okay? But that's important. If you want to use this technique, you need about a second or two of dead space, a pause between sentences or paragraphs that you say. So for example, if I'm talking right now, see the pause? Okay? And so then you need a pause in here to make this work. A second, 2 seconds. Okay. So typically what people would do is they would come in, and when they have a little pause like this, they would come right here, and you can see right here, this is where I'm starting to talk again. And what they would do is split their video clip. And in Screenflow, if you hit a T on your keyboard, it splits that. Okay. Now you don't see anything different, but they are 2 different video clips. So what typically they would do is make a thing called a jump cut. And it's technically I wouldn't call this a jump cut, but that's what everybody would call this. Okay, so anyway, they'd come in here, click on their little gear, and they would scroll down and say add starting transition. And what that would do is this.
And this involves a thing.
So see what happened? It sort of breaks away and separates the 2 clips just to make it a little more interesting. Okay, let's just watch that again.
And this involves a thing.
Okay, now I want to show you something right here. Move my scrubber bar right here, and I'm going to move frame by frame just to illustrate something to you. So just watch what happens frame by frame as I move my scrubber over there. Okay, now watch. See, I disappeared, didn't I? Because I have that transition in there, and I can show you what transition I'm using. It's a thing called cross blur. You could use different transitions. I'm using cross blur. But what happens is, as soon as I move my scrubber bar right there, I disappear, and then slowly I reappear. And you can see that again.
And this involves
That's a typical transition you could make in any type of editing software. Okay, so what I don't like about this is right here, while I disappear, and even though I'm just gone for a second, a fraction of a second, even though I'm just gone for a fraction of a second, there's a point where I disappear, and it makes sort of a disjunction there. It kind of breaks the train of the viewer, you know. he was there, now where'd he go? Oh, there he is. You know, something like that. It's no big deal, but still, I disappear for a second. And that's not what I want to do. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'm going to take this transition out of here. Okay, and then I'm going to cut my audio file right there, and I hit a T in Camtasia, and that cuts it. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is come up here and take my video file, and I'm just going to move it in about that much, and I'm going to take my audio file. Actually, I'm going to move it in a little bit more than that, I believe, maybe back this far, and I'll move this back about that far, so that now, see this right here, this says I have a transition. Well, I really didn't create a transition. It's just because I overlapped these two video files and I overlapped the audio files. That's why you need a space in here. You need to have some dead space so you can overlap the audio and not have two audio files playing at the same time. Let's see the difference in this. So let's just play a couple seconds of this and watch it.
I'm going to talk about one more technique, and this involves a thing.
Okay, now I want to show you the difference. Right here, let's see what happens. When I get up to the overlap in the videos, see how I start disappearing right there? But as I start disappearing, I start reappearing in the new video clip. Now, to make this, to show you a little bit better about what's going on, I'm going to come back here. And in the first part of this video, let me reduce this down a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. The first part of this video, over here, I'm going to take my video clip and just move it over to the left. See what I did just a little bit? I guess that's the second part of the video. Okay, I'm going to move this over to the right just a little bit. Okay, and then in the first part of the video over here, I'm going to move this over just a little bit to the left, right there. Now, let's play this and watch and see what happens.
Talk about one more technique, and this involves.
Now, I don't know if you noticed the difference, but there is a difference. Right here, let's go to my scrubber bar, frame by frame, and watch and see what happens. Okay, here comes where the videos overlay. See how I'm disappearing right there? But as I disappear, look at the next frame. I'm starting to reappear in the second position as I disappear in the first position. See that? And when you do this, the thing that I like about this,
one more technique, and this involves.
I fade out and fade in without having any white space between me, without any dead space between those two video clips. Let's watch it one more time. Okay, well, we've talked about 5 or 6 different methods of getting traffic to your websites. And today we're going to talk about one more technique. And this involves a thing that we call solo ads. Now with solo ads, so again, I call this a composite overlay. This is a neat technique, and you can use it with different transitions. You don't have to use that cross blur that I used. You can use other ones, but this works nicely. Very few people do this on YouTube, and it's an excellent film, or I wouldn't say film, but technique to use on YouTube. One more time. See, as I fade out, I fade back in. And so you might want to give that a try. It's a neat technique. I think you'd like it. It's easy to do. All I'm doing is overlapping my video clips, overlapping my audio clips, and this is overlapping into that dead audio space right there. And again, it doesn't give people the chance to say, oh, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. You know, he's there all the time. I fade out and I fade in at the same time. So give that a try. I think you'll like doing that. It's kind of fun, and like I said, you can do this in Camtasia, you can do it in Adobe Premiere Pro, you can do it in just about any kind of video editing equipment. I think you'll have fun with it, okay? I hope you do. If you have any questions, well, just let me know, and I will do my very best to get back just as soon as I possibly can. Okay, it's been fun working with you today. Have a great time, and as always, my very best wishes for tremendous success in all of your YouTube products that you put out.